If you want to know how to turn this Tomahawk ribeye steak into this reverse seared thing of beauty, then stick with me, I'll show you how. Hey up cock, how's the doing? I'm Matt, aka the Smoking Yorkshireman. I love food, I love travel, and I'm here to combine the two and show you that smoking and barbecuing doesn't have to start and finish in the good old US of A. Now then, so you find me really excited today. I've been wanting to do one of these for ages. What's this? This is a Tomahawk ribeye steak. Wow, how much more manly can you get than this? This is going to be awesome. So what this is, 28-day aged ribeye steak. So basically just a thick ribeye steak, but for friggin' awesomeness, they leave the bone in. So you get to eat off the bone if you really want to. Got this from my friends at Yorkshire Lean Meats. Really, so you know it's going to be nice and fresh and delicious. To prep this, it's a delicious piece of meat, so we don't want to smother it too much with spices. What we're going to use today is Kansas City Cowtown steak and grill seasoning. So this is just nice bit of black pepper, salt, bit of garlic, usual stuff that you want to put on a yummy steak. So we're going to drop this over the top.
Rub it in. I'm going to leave it for about 15 minutes. Soak all of this rub in. You'll start to see some of the juices coming to the outside of the meat. Make sure you're getting the smoker up to temperature while you're doing this.
So we're going to be going for 275 Fahrenheit today, because we're going to reverse sear this. If you don't know what that means, keep watching, I'm going to show you. 275 Fahrenheit, which is around about 135 Celsius. So this is all ready to go now. We just leave this for about 15 minutes, let the rub settle in, and we'll go check on the smoker. So smoker's coming up to temp. We're going to use chestnut wood today, so we're going to use chestnut chips. The reason we're choosing chestnut, this is a lovely piece of steak anyway, so we don't want to overpower it with the smoke. We just want that little flavour coming through. And to add to that, we are going to baste it with this. So traditional in some respects, we're going rosemary, fresh cut rosemary, crushed garlic and butter. We're going to add this onto the smoker at the same time as the meat. We're going to let that butter melt and all those flavours infuse into this tray, and then we're going to give it a nice little rub while it's cooking. Keep it basted. Once we've got it up to the internal temperature, which we're going to be cooking to today, to have it medium rare, we're then going to sear it. So we're going to get that real smoking hot and sear it and get those nice lines on it. Right, so smoker's up to temp. I'm going to rest this in. So we've got our ribeye, look at that, looking nice. You can start seeing the juices coming out of it. We're going to put it on the expansion rack. So it doesn't matter if you haven't got one of these. The only thing that we're looking to do with this, make sure we're not cooking it at too high a temperature. So further away from the coals that we can get, nice slower cook we're going to get. Popping that on there, we're going to add in our butter pan, put it underneath, so any of the juices that do come out go into your sauce. And then using a temperature probe, measure it out, hold your thumb in, and that will make sure that you're around about the centre of the meat there for it. My missus is a veggie, so I'm going to be eating this delicious piece of steak, and she's going to be having this smoked tandoori tofu. You can see the video, if you subscribe to the channel, there's a video on how to make that for all you veggies and vegans out there. We're going to monitor our internal temperatures, so we want to be 120 Fahrenheit, so that's around about 50 degrees Celsius. Halfway through the cook, you can see the butter and the rosemary and garlic are all coming on nice. So it's time for us to baste this steak. So just take your pan and a little basting brush, baste it nice and liberally over the top of your tomahawk steak. Then what you want to do is turn it over so we can get both sides, and then same again, taking the pan and your brush, Just give it a nice little baste over the top of that steak and get all those flavours on there. Right, so we've hit 120 Fahrenheit, 50 degrees centigrade internal temperature on this steak. You can see the tofu that I'm cooking for the wife because I'm such a gentleman. I'm going to let her eat today. I'm going to move this out of the way. And what we need to do, take your probe, temperature probe out. We're going to, oh, that was hot. We're going to take this inside, let it rest for a little bit. We're going to fire up, open up all the air vents on this grill. We're going to get it as hot as possible, remove the smoking stone. We're going to get a nice charred, seared finish on this now. Whoa, feel that heat. We're going to look to get our sear marks on this. So you can hear it. Hear that sizzle, give it a little push down to make sure you're getting the markings. We've done 2 minutes on this side. I'm going to twist it. Oh, butter. Watch the flames. See the flames kicking up now from that butter. And give it a nice charred exterior. So now we're going to turn it over onto the other side. Look at that. You're getting the charring. And we're going to baste it with some more of that butter. Another minute and a half, 2 minutes. I'm going to give it another twist. Another minute and a half, 2 minutes. Oh yes, and there you go. Look, we're ready to go with this now. So we're going to take this off the grill. We're going to get it inside. And importantly, we're going to rest this for 5 minutes. So you need to do this to make sure that you're keeping the juices in your steak. So we've paired up with local wine expert Dan Rowe to match wine to this dish. Dan's going with a Catena Malbec from Argentina, around about £12 from Sainsbury's. Oh yes! So this has been resting for 5 minutes so the juices can come back into the centre. I'm going to level with you, it's been the hardest 5 minutes of my life. Let's have a cut into this reverse seared tomahawk steak. Oh yes, look at the juices on this. So we're going for medium rare on this. Lovely bit of ribeye, look at the juices flowing there. Oh yes, can you see that? You know what, I'm going to have to try a bit of this. I ain't even lying. Oh my word. I can't even speak, it's so delicious. This is the only thing I'm going to eat from now on forward. I want to look like Fred Flintstone with a tomahawk in my hand, Henry VIII style, seared crust, reverse seared. Oh, you need to get some of this in your life. If you don't try this, you're an absolute fool. So if you liked this, which how can you not, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this, and I'll see it. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. Oh, Christ the Lord.